Right, welcome to this review video for the channel. It's for a new game mat here. It's from the Necropolis set here from gamemat.eu. So it's a 6x4 mat produced by them. It's made from this mouse mat material here. So it's this rubbery material, rubber on one side, and they print the design on the other side here. I'm going to review the mat and then we'll review the terrain set that's available from this range as well. Roll this out and take a look at this battle mat. Okay, so here's the mat, 6x4 in size. It's got a very rusty and bloodied effect here, so perfect for chaos factions to fight across. So you can see the different paneling here for the streets, then this central area here, and then this sort of bubbling chaos looking mess here, and tentacles and so on coming from the centre. So very atmospheric looking mat. This one here will be great for games featuring Chaos Space Marines, Chaos Demons especially. So these mats here, nice and quiet for rolling dice, figure friendly as well, 6x4 in size. We'll take a look, or zoom in here and take a closer look at the details on this mat. So just focusing in on these tentacle pits here. This is one of the larger pits. And there's another one here. And here, and then centrally there's this grid design running through, and then the central pit just there. Just giving you an idea of all the detail. A lot of detail here on this mat, and a very strong theme with this one. So what we'll do now is take a look at the terrain set, the Necropolis terrain set that goes with this battle mat. It's pre-painted, pre-assembled terrain, resin terrain that you can use specifically for this mat, incorporate into other gaming tables as well. So it comes in a big box. This is a big set, this one here. So this is the box it arrives in. It's well packaged, the polystyrene protection just there. I'm going to unpack it and then we'll put the terrain pieces on the board. Alright, so the terrain set here, this is a big set. You do get a lot with this terrain. So I've taken out the two largest pieces here. So this is the corner parts of this set. It is ground floor and then all these stories going up. So walkway out the front. It's interesting here for figures, and you spin it around and then there's a walkway on the inside as well. So you get that one, and it's big, fills up the table really well, and then you get a second one as well. So you can go for all sorts of configurations. You can join them up this way, swing it around, make it one big building. So multiple configurations that you can go for, and it comes pre-painted just as you see here in the video, so you can unpack it and then use it in games straight away. So the idea is you get the mat, the terrain together, and immediately ready to play the game with some terrain. Interesting for line of sight blocking terrain here. They haven't taken the windows out. That's useful for 40k. So you've got no line of sight through here, and virtually most of the second level also, and then up here on the top. So that's useful for Warhammer 40,000. Line of sight is very important now for games of 8th edition. So that's those two big bits. Then you have these wall sections here, which could be used in all sorts of ways. So you could go upright with them, sideways, flat, and so on. There's an air vent sculpted onto that one. You get two of them, and it's got this interesting ribbing work here, this pipe work on there. So it's an interesting design. So it's a very strong theme running here with this Necropolis set, so just push that out of the way. Yeah. Then you get these two bends here as well. We've put them up that way, or indeed you can put them in different ways here. You can use them as walls. So you could easily use this as a wall set as well, something like that on the board, or you can put them upright and use them in all sorts of ways. So that's that one, and these two. Then you get these struts here, these supports. You get four of them, so they can be positioned on the board and they look something like that, and then you could do all sorts of combinations of them. You could run perhaps these along the top, as there's all sorts of ideas that you can use them for. So that's those four. Then there's some other accessories. There's four of these smaller wall sections, so again can be used on the board in different configurations. Something for infantry perhaps to hide behind. Then you get four of these doorways here, sculpted on both sides, perhaps to go into the ground, or you can prop them up against a wall to make an access point. Just trying to think of all the different combinations you could go for, but you could use them like that to make a door, then perhaps put one on the other side, for example, if you wanted to make a walkway through the wall. And then finally, quite an interesting feature, you get two of these. So some kind of Xenos alien dead creature in here, and then they've used this clear plastic to represent the glass covering it up, so that's what it looks like there, and this just goes on top here. So again, see the colour scheme matching in with the mat just there. So that's the terrain set available from gamemat.eu. It's this new Necropolis range that they've done. They've done the terrain and then the mat, and it's all designed to match together. I reckon to really fill this table out, a second set of terrain would really do it, but one set, as you can see, fills up the table quite nicely. If you combine that with terrain that perhaps you already have, then this table would fill out quite well. But I would say this would appeal to Chaos players in particular. This terrain here, very atmospheric indeed. Check out gamemat.eu. They do this mat and terrain and a whole load of other mats in different sizes and terrain sets available from them as well. So that's the review. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.